Good evening, everybody, and welcome to StatCheck episode 160. Whose group is it anyway? We are here today to talk about the World Championships. We're here to talk about the stats for the last couple of weeks and all the other good stuff that you've come to know, expect, and not expect from StatCheck. I'm Innes. I'm joined by Jeremy and Nathan. Thank you guys very much for being with us today. We're going to try and keep this one to like a tight 90 because some of us have got flights in 7 hours. Jeremy and myself are both up and away soon for the World Championships. So we're going to do our best to get this one to you brisk and informative. But before we get into that, Nathan, Jeremy, how you guys been doing? Nathan,
Jeremy, why don't you go first? Oh, fine.
No, Innes goes first.
God damn it.
All right. I've not done
now
anything.
you go
It was
first.
great. I went for a hike with the family. I didn't do anything else. It's been great. I've just sat and read lists from my pod and all that kind of stuff. It's been lovely. And painted like the 3 models I didn't have. I had to paint 2 rhinos and Cypher for this event. Oh, and 2 Legionnaires with las cannons because I didn't have any. So that's been my week. It's been great.
Yeah,
Nathan, you're next. No, we're just gonna let the person. Just
okay.
Easier
Jesus Christ, are we?
I just don't want Jeremy to have to talk.
Wow, we are scuffing the fuck out of this today. That's all.
That's what happens when you rush, right?
Yeah, we've decided to rush and therefore have made everything messed up. I'm doing fine, as you can tell by the few people who probably look to the freaking right side of me and see that now you can't see outside because it's dark fucking out. At 5 o'clock in the evening, which is messed up for a variety of reasons.
I just want to say shout out to us for nailing the time on this with daylight savings having happened this weekend in North America.
We didn't even have to talk about it.
No, we were just like,
You didn't.
boom, boom. Everyone was here at the right time.
The actual trick is that I'm the other one that has to suffer when the time zone changes.
That's not true.
So
you have to suffer both ways.
Exactly.
Also true. But yeah, everything else is fine here. I have 2 final stage interviews like this week and next week, which is good. It would be nice to exit the realm of the unemployed and enter the realm of the employed, because being unemployed is very stressful and like a full-time job. But for 40K purposes, things are going pretty well. Doing a lot of painting and playing of games, which is fun. I've been playing Eldar, and I'm looking forward to playing some Drukhari games coming up.
Nathan playing games is one of the signs of the apocalypse, I think.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it is truly one of the signs of the apocalypse. Yeah, I played our Game in the Vizsla team tournament, which is a 5-man team tournament that the 3 of us are playing in. And I played in an Eldar mirror, and I won on the version of points that made me feel better myself, and 10-10 otherwise.
Let's go. We got our shit
great.
rocked that round by the Swedish guys.
We did, but that's okay. Like, that's just what happens sometimes. Is you
From
get
the
your
went
shit
to the
rocked
burger
by
fight
other
to try to
people.
get us the round and could not get there. So say la vie.
Yeah.
Thank you to Kier Quintero for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. All right, Jeremy, how have you been, man?
I've been feeling a little bit better, but still kind of rough. So this weekend's going to be fun because I don't know how far I'm going to make it through the event.
At least it's only 2 games a day. You got a lot more recovery.
That's basically it. It's I'm going to sit down a lot. I'm going to sleep a lot. I'm going to see how long until the pain kicks my ass. But either way, I'm happy to see people. That's like I'm pushing for the trip just because I haven't seen so many of you fine folks lately.
No, totally fair, and we appreciate you making the effort to be out there. All right, guys. So this week's episode, we're going to talk about WCW. We're going to talk about our pods. We'll talk a little bit about the event as a whole. We're going to do our predictions for each pod's winner and the overall winner. We've also got stats for the week, and then we've got show questions. And that's going to be it for this week, I think. We're going to keep it nice and short. I don't imagine Jeremy or I will be on the show next week, having been dead from Worlds. But you'll maybe get like a Nathan and Anthony show or something like that next week.
You might just get a Nathan show, just me.
That's right.
Maybe I'll just be here. I don't know.
Anthony is still alive. We do promise. We don't have him chained in a basement writing lists for me, but
we do actually. Don't listen to Innes. That is actually literally what we've done.
All right. Why don't we start off? Let's do the thing that our show is named for. Nathan, Jeremy, do you want to do some stats for how the game is progressing at the moment?
Yeah.
I got them pulled up if you want. I'll do it real quick. I'm just going to sum the last few weeks all together and make you all suffer through some stats.
Put everything in 1.06 together.
Yeah, it's just going to be everything through this last weekend, basically.
I'm very confused by it.
We're all very
I
confused by it.
I
Apparently,
don't
Nids are
think it's
winning
that
stuff.
confusing. I'm gonna refresh the spreadsheet to make sure everything is correct real quick. All right.
One army confuses me.
All right, we're going to go by win rate, and we're going to start at the top, and then we're going to go to the bottom. And then you all can tell me when we're confused, and that's okay. It might be at the very first faction. Number one by win rate is Chaos Demons, which had 101 players over these last few weeks. A 3.6 meta representation, which actually, that's quite good for Demons, all things
That's really
considered.
odd. Signaling Legion's been popping off a bit recently, but also like the Chris Langton Stall Incursion list popped up a bunch more in popularity. So I'm not surprised. It's a good list.
Their win rate is 56.7%, which is very high. They have 3 event wins, which is third most. Heisman third, I believe. Yep. 9 top 4s, 27 top 10s, and a 1.26 for overrep, which is solid. It's also precariously outside of the standard balance window for overrep at 1.26, just like slightly over the hump into
So what
unbalanced.
you're saying is that I can start advocating for nerf to demons. That's my favorite time of
You
the year.
can definitely.
God, we need to
start
nerf Lords of
advocating
Change.
for
I
it.
think it's Lords of Change and Kairos.
Why is
Fair.
saying 101?
I don't know. It says 101 players.
That's 80 to me.
I went all
You
the way
guys have-
back to May, but maybe just to scroll all the way backwards. Oh, it goes down to 100 if I scroll back just a couple weeks.
I'm confused.
I'm
Anyways,
confused too.
And goes up to a 57.1% win rate. That's very weird. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. That's what happens when I do an update today.
It's okay. It's whatever. If I scroll.
Oh,
it
I know
back
why.
to-
Nope, you're fine. I forgot that we're
Okay.
in November.
Ah,
Yeah, we
So
are
those
in
21
November.
extra players were from last weekend.
sure.
Because, by the way, if you just take out last week, it's still a 56.7, and Chaos Demons are still in first. So I was very confused because our numbers were
Yeah.
like just right enough to be right.
Okay.
For what it's worth, the Pain Celestine
Fair.
Flamers aren't even that good. It's like Screamers and Lords of Change that are the units that they're using.
It is. All right, we're gonna go back to what I was doing.
Fertile Puppet
I
probably shouldn't be 10
promise. I
points.
swear. I'm gonna make this so that I don't see anything about what my other hosts are reacting to by just staring at an Excel spreadsheet. Eldari are next with 139 players, 5% of the meta, which actually is them dropping a little bit, which is funny. A 54.9% win rate, 3 event wins, 15 top 4s, 31 top 10s, which is a 1.52 overrep, which is pretty good. That's
Yeah.
solidly too
Eldar
good.
are slightly too good. It's okay. They're slightly too good. They
Kind of
need a
describes
bit of a hit.
the worst of the top end right now, which is
Yep.
kind of nice.
But
Yeah.
there's like 3 things I'd change, right? Flicker Jump, Swooping Hawks, Fire Dragons. You're just like, take the edge off at the top of those 3 and leave the rest, and it'd be fine. It'd be fine.
Adeptus Mechanicus are next. 75 players, 2.7% of the meta, a 53.9% win rate, 1 event win, 12 top 4s, 22 top 10s, and a 2.25 overrep. And that is exclusively because they have almost as many top 4 factions as Eldar do while having half of the fucking meta representation.
Admech seems to struggle to
Uh.
close, but is very good at getting into the conversation. I feel their pain.
Yeah, there's definitely something to talk about in relation to how they're doing in WCW in a second as well.
Yes, they are very popular, especially among the top end.
Deathwatch are next, despite being less than 1% of the meta at 21 players over the last few weeks. 52.7% win rate, 0 event wins, 2 top 4s, and 5 top 10s, which puts them at a firm 1.34 overrep, but which is inflated just because of their low meta representation, so I wouldn't make anything out of it.
Did you just skip over number 4?
No, world leaders are next. It's by win rate, right? Oh, I did. Fuck. It resorted itself. Tau are number
Power
4.
4. Deathwatch
Uh,
5 then, or Deathwatch not in the top
Deathwatch are
Deathwatch
5.
5? Cool.
It's okay. Tau Empire have a 53% win rate, a meta representation of 4% with 113 players, 4 event wins, which is important, 15 top 4s, and 29 top 10s, which is 1.87. They were next. Actually, strangely enough. But yeah, Tau, too good. Not a phrase that I thought that I was going to be needing to say. The too good empire.
Second in event wins is not something I'd be expecting to say about them right now.
No. I think the 1.87 overrep is perhaps at a 4% meta representation just too fucking much. While also managing to close reasonably well. That might be just too much, guys.
Maybe.
Also, I think we are getting into the realm of balance where win rate is just a bad statistic again.
Maybe.
Look, it's one of the statistics, right?
It's
not the
like it's
whole
one of them. You
story.
take that, you take overrep, you take event wins. It's the usual thing where you take them
You
all, you
gut
look at them
feel,
together.
right? Just as much as anything else. Right?
We're
What
just
feels
getting
broken.
into the balance realm where the win rate is very balanced currently among factions because GW has managed to hammer everything pretty firmly into the 55
I feel like
to
over the
45.
course of the like the last month, it's been the same 4 or 5 armies at the top end with a little bit of wiggle among
Correct.
like what the other 3 in the top 8 are, right?
Yeah, but at the same
But-
time, like 21 of the 28 factions have won an event in
Sure.
the last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
which is
and
good.
that's like we're still allowed to advocate for Mike for like small nerfs, right? It's okay. We don't have to world is on fire.
I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying that, like, grand scheme of things, yes, we're getting really tight
Alright.
in, but also it's
but
really
it
good.
could be better.
It
We
could
could
always
dial
be
it even
better.
more.
But I'm
We are
really,
complaining about. Sorry, go ahead, Jeremy.
I'm always
We're talking.
worried when we make these minute changes that someone goes, "What happens if you just yank on that lever?"
Correct.
If it's Chaos Knights and Eldar, I won't even complain.
No, you're not wrong there.
in
And
in
honestly,
the bottom
AdMech too.
5
Yep.
is where I'm about to.
I'll
We're
even
gonna go to
give
the
up
bottom
Gulliman.
5.
Like I don't need him. You can take a hit again. I'll be fine. Calgar too. It's okay.
No,
It's
Space
fine.
Marines are sitting too far into the middle. They need
Yeah,
to be
I know,
brought
it's
back up
hungry.
again.
That's why we're getting Victrix.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's why we're getting Victrix and Terminator Calgar.
Oh, they're going to be on sale at the event this weekend, right?
Oh, are they?
Probably.
Just going to bring a bucket back.
I would assume so. They're released this week, aren't they?
Yeah, they released this weekend.
Then I would assume they'll be there at the event.
It's gonna be great because we're gonna be there Thursday and Friday, and they're gonna be like, "Nope, corporate says we can't sell them until Saturday," and we're like, "Where are we gonna go?"
18 Victrix Guard in my luggage back. Ship my Bile Army back so I can fit 18 Victrix Guard sprues in my case.
Just
Innes, you're
sprues
not doing a
layered in
good
the
job
clothes.
of us keeping this to 90 minutes.
It's
is all I'm
fine.
gonna say.
That's my own fault. Move on. All right, who's in sixth or who's in the bottom 5?
The worst performing faction in this data is Space Wolves, 80 players, 2.9% of the meta, and a 44.9% win rate. So we're sorting by win rate, so 44.9. 2 top 4s, 12 top 10s, and a 0.35 overrep. I'm ignoring that Imperial agents exist for the purpose
Just
of
like they had
value.
4 players out of the
Mhm.
2,800.
Correct. Drukhari were the second worst performing faction during this time frame. 3.4% of the meta, a 46.6% win rate, 2 top 4s, 6 top 10s, and a 0.3 overrep, proving that their book is not helping them very much, I suppose.
Or is it just all the good Drukhari players aren't playing right now?
Also
They're
could be
hiding
that.
their secrets for worlds.
Maybe. Third from the bottom is Death Guard with 166 players, 5.9% of the meta. That is so many people. A 47% win rate. They were still winning events, though, with 2 event wins, 7 top 4s, 6 top 10s, and a 0.30 overrep. So really not
20.
0.59. Man, I can't read for shit anymore.
Because we keep doing this, I've just been highlighting the row that we're on.
I really need to do that, actually. It's still 2 event wins, 7 top 4s, and 28 top 10s for a 0.59 overrep.
So
They also won like the biggest event during this period, right? With
They did.
Games.
I'm actually going to say something, and I'm going to admit fault here. I thought they didn't go far enough with Death Guard. It seems like they actually hit the nail on the head when it comes to balance for this army.
I really wish they
seems
done
like
like
it.
one more thing to Death Shroud, but yeah.
Sure, I would have loved that too. But the army seems to have settled into a really healthy spot.
I agree.
Yeah. They're
And I
within
didn't
the
think
balance
that was going to
window
happen. I
for
thought that they needed that extra hit.
everything except overrep, basically.
Maybe they would if Eldar weren't like insanely good into them and also the most popular army.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Right. It's always worth remembering like these things live in the ecosystem, right? If Fuegan wasn't running around killing 7 Death Guard vehicles a turn, would that list be a lot stronger?
Yes.
Probably, right? But
Yeah.
All right. Thousand Suns are in fourth from the bottom with 53 players, 1.9% of the meta, a 47.3% win rate, 2 event wins, 4 top 4s, 7 top 10s, and a 1.06 over rep, which means that they're fine. Realistically, we're sorting
It's
by
nice when our
win
fourth
rate.
from the bottom is an army that's just fine, made a top 8 at
Mhm.
LVO, is an army that requires some finesse, right? Like that seems like a good
Is
place.
winning events.
Yeah, it seems like a good place for the fifth worst army to be, right?
Oh no, the 5th worst faction is Orcs, but
I'm sorry.
I
I
mean,
was
they're
including
still
Imperial
fine.
who are still also fine with 117 players, 4.2% of the meta, a 47.7% win rate, 1 event win, 6 top 4s, 19 top 10s, and a 0.72 over rep, which is just shy of the 0.75 over rep balance window, kind of. It's fine.
Yeah. Like,
honestly, it's okay.
the fact that only 2 armies are outside the like 45 to 55 balance window that GW always talks about, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's one high and
And,
one low.
and,
Right?
and even it's like Wolves are at 44.9, so they're a game off of being in there. And even
Correct.
Demons at 56.7 are just like, they're like 2 games off of being back in there.
Yeah, and even Demons with highest win rate are only 0.01 outside the over rep window for the most part. So it's
Mhm.
like, it's okay.
Can we
Yeah,
talk about
Light
Sisters?
Yeah, so we're going to start talking about some stuff that I want to talk about in the middle of here, which are all of the event winning factions. So we're going to
This is the stat
start
check.
with
This is the stat check.
we're going to go
phase.
with Chaos Knights first, who are 4.3% of the meta, a 52.3% win rate. They have an event win, 8 top 4s, 13 top 10s, and a 0.93 over rep. Feels like GW did well with their targeted nerf. They're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. World Leaders are next. They won 4 events and a 51.8% win rate. They have a staggering 6.7%
Are they
meta
the most
representation
popular army? They are.
by
Yeah,
a
it's like
huge
them and Eldar are
margin.
like jostling for
Actually,
this spot at the moment,
No,
right?
Eldar's 4th. It's World Leaders, Death Guard, loyal regular Marines, then Eldari, and then Tyranids for your top 5 most represented armies. That is
Crazy.
it's
Crazy
a huge number. And they have 14 top 4s, 33 top 10s, and a 1.04 over rep. I think
Yeah,
they're
the
fine.
world
They're
is being
definitely
wild and the overrep being just bang average is my favorite thing.
Hey, you know what? No changes needed. Just leave them as
no
is.
changes. Yeah. Necrons, 5 event wins, which ties them for the most event wins overall with one other faction that we'll talk about in a second. They have a 51.7% win rate, 12 top 4s, 26 top 10s, and a 1.43 over rep. Necron players can stop complaining, for the love of God. Please.
They will not. The world leader, they will never complain. They just got a bunch of like reasonably playable new data sheets, and they're still just like, yeah, but I don't like it, so screw you.
Well, the complaint that I've received is, yeah, but they're like slightly too expensive. And I'm like, guys, it's fine.
They
You're
have
fine.
like 3 viable builds right now.
Yep.
Leave them be.
And then we have Sisters of Battle, who are only outside of the top 5 because I sorted this by win rate. 2.9% of the meta, which is a healthy resurgence for Sisters of Battle. 5 event wins, 12 top 4s, 16 top 10s, and a 2.09 over rep, which is just wild nonsense.
Shout out to the players that managed to get a positive win rate with Penitent Host.
All the more power to them, really.
I bet Penitent Host is just playing 30 Sanctifiers anyway. Like, do Minister and Priests give you the Penitent Host buffs?
I don't think so because they have to take the enhancement in order to leave.
Heartbreaking. That'd be so funny. It's just 30 sacrifices of Penitent Host with the +3 moves to get them even closer on turn 1. Shame that's not a thing.
It'd
be fun.
Sisters are such a good army for a faction that people thought they were completely dumpstered and then got redone, and apparently are just legitimately the best.
They got a
the
kill
best
team data
armies in
sheet.
the
They
game.
got a good kill team data sheet, and then the Retributors to support it. Right? Like, it really feels like that's
Yep.
that's the like the 1-2 punch of small buff kill team data sheet seems to be ruining Warhammer
The
all edition. Our kill team
Priest
data
can
sheet
join
Astronauts
Sanctum
Arm-
as an enhancement. Cool.
All right.
It's not about the
Astral
enhancement, it's about
Harm
the
are
pennant
next.
keyword. Sorry, that's what I was wondering about Pain Celestine.
Yes,
But they don't have pennant keyword, I don't believe.
they do not. Astronomers Harm are next. They have a 51.1% win rate. They won 3 events, 8 top 4s, 18 top 10s for a 0.95 over rep. So I think they're just fine. Astronomers Harm are just fine.
No, they need more point hikes.
But
Fulgrim Bodyguard.
everything says
Point.
they're fine.
Nope. Gut feel. Don't like them.
Okay.
Yeah, we're exercising the stat check differential. Oh, they do have the penitent keyword. There you go. 30 sacrosanct, penitent host, penitent. Let's go. What are we doing? I want to see it. I believe.
Black Templars are next. They have a single event win, a 50.9% win rate, 3 top 4s, 13 top 10s, and a 0.42 over rep, while being 3.6% of the meta.
Oh, boss penitent and host models, not units.
Yeah, that sounds like context. It's still +3 move on that guy, which means the unit gets to combat.
He can swing round.
you slingshot off him, right? That's what it's all about.
Next, after Black Templars, is going to make Innistrad, which is Tyranids, who have 5 event wins, which is tied for first with Necrons and Sisters.
Yeah, Tyranids have been crushing it recently. People have just like gone back to good Invasion Fleet builds and have been doing pretty well with it. So fucking power to them. I know Sam Pope's playing an Invasion Fleet list for WCW. There was a super cool Subterranean Assault Triple Norn list that won an event. A bunch of people just playing like good old fashioned just Invasion Fleet shooting as well. And doing really well with them. So I think Nids are they're in a boring but competent space. The metagame's kind of come around to like being less knight heavy, which helps with the Nid monsters because 1, they're very bad at killing knights, and 2, they die to the things that kill knights. The metagame's shifting away from that a little bit. It's opened up a little space for them, which has been cool.
Yep.
Definitely. They also have a 1.45 over rep while being one of the most popular current factions in the game, which is pretty spicy.
As much as I want Nids to get buffs, I think they're probably just in an okay space right now. I do think they're still dull as sin, but that's whatever. By the by.
Yeah. Leagues of Votann have won their first event. They have a 50.4% win rate. 1 event win, 7 top 4s, 20 top 10s for a 0.97 over rep, which means they're just fine.
They are the dead middle.
Yep, they're right.
They are the middle faction. They will always be the middle faction. They remain, and they're perfectly happy there.
Yep. Space Marines won 3 events with a 48.6% win rate, which is quite respectable considering Space Marines were usually by win rate in the bottom 5 with 12 top 4s, 25 top 10s, and a 1.13 over rep.
Above a 1 over rep on
good.
Marines always worries me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marine should be like a 0.2 over rep faction for me to feel comfortable with them.
That reminds me. Space Marines. What are we looking at for? Oh, I didn't want to see that number.
It's like all Shadow Mark, isn't it?
So okay. So I'm gonna give you a guess. So Marines have a 48% win rate across like 500 games. Shadow Mark makes up 125 of those games. What is Shadow Mark's win rate?
63%.
67%.
61%.
Oh, damn.
Look, DevSense should not be allowed to use that stratagem. And the Rapid English shouldn't work on turn 1.
Yep. Whereas Gladius, the like has a 42% win rate.
Jesus.
Buff Gladius. Guys, we need Ultramarines Gladius. We need the Ultramarines Gladius rewrite.
The new Gladius? No, it'll be a 4th first company detachment.
That's what I'm hoping.
This is the one that gets Ironstorm. It's Ironstorm with advance.
So clearly he gets another first company detachment.
It's Ironstorm with advance and charge. That's what I want.
No.
How many tournament wins does Shadow Mark have? Is it all 3 of them?
Give me a second and I'll tell you.
Okay. I'm going to keep going while Jeremy pulls up that piece of information. Dark Angels have an event win and a 48.5% win rate, 0.99 over rep, so they're just fine. Custodies have an event win, 48.4% win rate, and a 0.76 over rep.
I'm really enjoying my Custodies gameplay at the moment. That Shield Host list with like the 30 guard is super fun.
It's such a silly list. I love that like Shield Guard spam has been kind of like slowly picking up the pace.
The points just kept coming down.
Well, especially after all of us got traumatized by 3x10 at the beginning of the edition, and then they went, well, what if you just run 30 but in 6 units instead of 3?
Diversify your bonds.
Shadow Mark have won 6 events in the last 3 weeks.
How many?
I don't know.
So more than the top factions individually.
Okay, so you can look at it this way. In the last, this is the last 3 weeks, but if we just look through all of this, so Space Marines have won. No, I click that button. The Space Marines have won 6 events, and all 6 of them have been Shadowmark.
Oh, that
So
hurts
that
a
means
little
all
bit, right?
3 in the recent 3 weeks are
Hurts a little
Shadowmark.
bit in my
There you
soul.
go.
Every single Marine event win in the last 6 weeks has since the
Yeah.
beginning of since the balance update has been
Okay,
Shadowmark.
so we can buff Ultramarines again. Then it's fine. They're terrible.
Let's not get that far.
Or
Give it to
people
me.
just all shifted over to Shadowmark NS.
Although
Shut
both
up,
can be
NS.
true at the same time, right?
Yes. Emperor's Children are next. They have an event win, a 48.2% win rate, 5 top 4s, 12 top 10s for 0.71.
Well done, Liam. We're proud of you, buddy.
Chaos Space Marines are next with 2 event wins, a 48.1% win rate, 7 top 4s, 20 top 10s, and a 0.92. Blood Angels have won an event and have a 48% win rate, 5 top 4s, 22 top 10s, and a 0.6. And then I think I already mentioned Orcs. They're the last event winner, and that is it. And stop abusing your power to try to get buffs for things. That is all the event winners that I've got. That means there are only a few factions that are outside with no event wins, which are
GSC.
Deathwatch, Gene Stealer Cults,
Which is funny, 'cause
Imperial
Gene Stealer
Knights.
Cults still managed a 0.97 over rep and a 51.9% win rate. So
What's
yeah.
their play rate, Jeremy?
1%. There are more GSC players than Deathwatch players. That is the metric that we go by for whether they're okay.
There are
That's
more
not
GSC
the
players than
metric
a
we go
Marine
by.
than a
It's a
Marine.
metric I made up,
Steadfast.
and I'm going to stick by it.
That is not the metric that we use.
Well, which side of the Deathwatch line are you on? How unplayable is your
It's-
faction?
is
Exactly.
on a weekly basis?
Are you on
it's
the
if you have
agent
more than
side,
10
or are
players
you on
usually.
the GSC
the,
side?
the Agent's Deathwatch diagonal.
Correct. More than Imperial agents is the metric, really. If you
That
have
is not a
more
metric that I
players,
subscribe to.
Hey,
Uh,
there are no Imperial agents at Worlds this weekend, so someone clearly missed out on the opportunity to just default best in faction agents.
This
at
was
the
how
event.
Scotland won the event. Oh, fucking, I messed it up. That was how I get the most points. My incredibly well-painted Imperial Agents army that I've secretly had all this time.
so yeah, it's Drukari Space
I mean, you
Wolves
can qualify in 5
Knights.
different categories since you're the only member of your country.
I'm fully aware, yes. I don't think I'm going to be doing well in many of them, but
Yeah, almost every faction has won something. It's like 5 factions that currently have not. 6.
7 agents are real.
Don't
Fair.
say 6
7
now,
if
you'll
you
spend
include
your
7 if you include agents as a real faction. I'm gonna feel like though that Imperial agents are not going to win an event that we track. In the
I
competitive
would be
edition,
very surprised.
but it's possible. Maybe one day they will, and we'll be very proud of them when they do that. And that is all the stats. We have done them. We are completed. Good job, guys.
What's the biggest surprise to you of this week?
I don't think anything here is particularly surprising given the the trend of the last few weeks, right?
I think for me, the World Years player rate was pretty surprising. I did not expect them to be the most popular, like non-combined.
They're a fun
Marines
army.
faction. Yeah, but that's not wrong, but I'm just a little
think the-
surprised.
Play pattern and the collecting of like only a few data sheets makes them a lot easier to play. It's similar to like Adeptus Custodes. You're not really painting that many models if you're playing like the Exalted build. You're only playing
Yeah,
a
but
lot
you
of
are
them.
playing
if
a
you're
lot of
playing
trim.
50
That's the problem.
Berserks. Yeah, correct. If you're playing the 50 Berserks, it's a lot. But you also just maybe need to paint them red with an airbrush and you got an army of Khorne Berserkers. Who cares about trim? Battle ready is easy if you just cover them with blood for the blood god, right?
Cornbread sold by the can. No, you're not wrong.
I don't think there's anything crazy in here, is the honest truth of it. Like we've been seeing Tau surge for a while, we've been seeing Sister surge for a while. Chaos Demons is like perhaps the only surprising thing. If you
It's
pick
surprising,
out a
but it's not.
surprising
Because if you
thing.
look at like what the meta is right now, with the like kind of
Yeah.
downfall of knights, demons didn't really like playing into knights.
True, they're really just slightly different knights with the big boy build. And
I think
Incursion,
the,
right?
the like the big demons list, like the 5 bigs list, was like clowns on knights, but it was kind of what it was designed for. But
But the thing is that
Mhm.
everything that clowned on knights also clowned on it.
that didn't help. Yeah, you
Yeah.
still do not like seeing fire dragons very much.
No, you don't.
Right.
God, fire dragons are so goddamn bad.
Can
for
we
the
just make it so that you have the same restriction that Incubi have?
Yeah, Aspect Shrine tokens should definitely get changed to only flipping for the unit. I don't think that changes Fire Dragons meaningfully, but
No, but it at least makes it so I stop getting fucking one shot by Fuegan.
it definitely hurts Asserman a lot. Poor guy. Just catches strays because Fuegan's a dick.
You know what? Fine.
Fuegan should get changed to join Storm Guardians. They have Mellas, right?
Whoa. Damn. I think I
Storm
took
Guardians is
psychic,
plus 6-inch range.
I
Let's
took
go.
psychic damage from that statement.
They get 2 Mellas. He
Deep
still
in
gets
my
his
soul.
roll.
Yeah, and Lycus
They
can then
do.
lead fire
They do
dragons.
have 2 Meltas. He's correct.
Yeah, Lycus can
Um,
lead the Flicker Jumping Fire Dragons. Wait, no, hold on. Fuck.
Wait a second. We've
Wait,
created
wait,
a way
wait,
more
hold on.
cursed timeline.
Go back, go back,
suddenly.
go back, go back.
I don't like that
Far.
world.
All right. Shall we talk about group?
Yeah, let's talk a bit about Worlds. So let's start with the easy bit. Jeremy, what'd you bring to Worlds?
AdMech.
Elucidate.
I brought Halo Screed, double Cataphren, Brick, 20 Ruststalkers, some Infiltrators, some Rangers, and a bunch of chickens.
Hell yeah.
It's just a nice solid list. The double Catabrick has been serving me well lately. I wanted to play with like 100 Sakaran bodies and Flappy Boys, but that's not happening.
Decided
With these
that
paints.
hands should not do that for 8 rounds.
Yeah, pretty much. It was great. I only had to paint like 4 models.
Nice.
Sick.
Still,
And
Boy
how
was
does your
one of them.
group look? Which group are you in? How does it
I'm
look?
in group 15. My group is interesting.
number.
So,
you've
the
got-
top end,
Yeah, go for it.
I've got Michael Mann, myself. I've got Gustavo Jose Branco Varandas de Souza. I've got Kyle McCord. And I've got David Hall and Andrew Vodder. And those are all the players with 1,800 or more ELO in my group.
You've also got Dan Morris.
I do. Unfortunately, he didn't make the more than 1,800 ELO cut. So
Yeah, but I just want to shout him out because he's from Red
Yeah.
Dragon and he's our sponsor.
he is. It's great. I'm traveling down with him. I'm staying with him. And then when the groups went live, I went, motherfucker.
Well,
At least
you guys
he's Cana-
can't play
at
each other
least we're
before,
both
like, round
Canadians,
4,
so-
right?
So you said you're in group 15, Jeremy?
Yes.
The
So
group
how does
that's
the
like right in the middle for my ranking purposes, apparently.
Yeah, it's a perfectly median group. Like
um,
I'm perfectly happy having an average group. I've also got Ben Sherwin.
you're the second highest elo player in your group, Jeremy. Shut up.
I am. It's great. I like being average.
Jeremy is above average. His group is very average for the event.
You are 182 elo above the average of your group.
I can't have expectations.
Oh, Christ. We have expectations for you.
Garrett Quinn. No, actually, I spent a good chunk of time this weekend fixing all the French players' ELO. So what we're looking at right now has all of them because I was able to
Track down everyone's secrets.
track down everyone. And by track
down.
down everyone, I mean I just went and asked Mathieu Bull from the FEQ, hey, I have this list of player names and I have this list that the FEQ published because you guys use usernames for everything, including public posts. Who are these people? And so I went, whoop. And then, so at the end of the day, out of the 411 people, I don't have data on 11 of them. And 2 of them are
Pretty good.
Canadians that have only played in team tournaments, which I confirmed. So
That counts.
I was just like, cool. So there are only 9 of them that I don't have. And they're from Malaysia, South Korea, Bolivia, and I want to say there was 1 Australian that no one knew who they were. So
Fair enough. As for myself, I'm in group 13. I'm playing Creations of Bile. We spoke about my list a little bit on the show last week, but I'm playing Creations of Bile with Bile, 10 Chosen, Lord, 5 Chosen, 2 Legionnaires, 2 Noise Marines, Nemesis Claw, 10 Warp Talons, 4 Rhinos, Beast of Nurgle, Nurglings, and 10 Cultists. I think that's the list. It's been super fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's super cool just being like, hey, my entire army can hide behind, like, if this was the only train I had in my deployment zone, there's a decent chance I could hide behind it, because the army fits in the footprint of nothing, which is great on the, like, incredibly variable WCW boards because we have no idea what we're playing on. But it's also very explosive and has Warp Talons, and I really think Warp Talons are one of the best units in the game, and I wanted a list that maximize them, so that's why we went with it. I'm very excited. My group has some incredible players in it. Leif Westerman from Team Germany is a really, really awesome one. I've got Z Martin and Nicholas Fromm, all 3 of them are playing Eldar players as the top 3 players on my pod besides myself. I've also got Kaz from Art of War, and a bunch of people that I don't recognize. Frankie Jumpapa's in my group, which is super cool.
is that like the Frankie?
Yes, the Frankie. I'm pretty sure.
Jesus. I didn't know he still
Like-
played.
Playing Necrons. I played Frankie like 5 years ago at LGT in the
Wild.
Invitational. It was a super fun game. And then I've got some other people that I don't recognize. We've got Eero from Team Finland, Dick McTrickle, who I played at Champs Cup last year, which was a super fun game. So yeah, I'm excited. The average elo in group is 1,670. Mine's 2,093. So I'm feeling good. I have to.
So
Right.
there'll be an article going up on Goonhammer later tonight, if not tomorrow, where I actually took all of this and then simulated the event, same as I did last year. We recently found an error where there are 2 Liams in my system, unfortunately. But Innes is the favorite to win his group by a factor of almost 6.
Yeah, I think I had a quick.
You have a 51% chance to win your group.
And the next my group.
Leave at
next
8.
is 9. Yeah, 8.9 for live. So yeah, no pressure, right?
No pressure whatsoever. This is why I was like, no, I'm not the second ranked in my group. No pressure whatsoever. I'm losing that group.
Yeah, I think I looked at the stats. I think I had the second highest chance to win my group of anyone in there in the system that we ran.
I was close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think I was
the
second.
only one. I believe.
Don't spoil it. We want them to go read the article.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
So yeah,
No.
My
and
apologies.
all that.
Distinctly.
Honestly, you're just ruining Jeremy's article. So gotta not fuck it up. But
yes,
I
I ruined the whole article.
To quote Scary, one game at a time, right? The most dangerous opponent.
That's exactly how it goes. One game at a time. I'm hoping that John Winter upsets Folger.
I have to find a new yes, I agree, Jonathan.
Also,
I
want
have
that
to
to
find a
happen.
new amazing way to lose the finals. I'm really good at losing finals this year. It's been my number one pedigree. I'm the best player in the world at losing finals this year. I'm hoping I've exhausted all of the ways and that I can just win normally this time. That's the goal, right? But we shall see.
Yeah. By the way, Murder Pod. What do we think? Group 1?
Pod 1.
It's 1, right?
Yeah, because that has
Especially
Liam.
since Tim Schneider's not making it for pods 14.
That's pretty close, though.
It's
Pod
between for me.
14
It's
has
between
Sam
1,
Pope.
6, and 14.
Sorry, do you say Tim Schneider's not making
Tim Schneider's not making the event.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it was on the Art of War podcast today. So I
sucks.
think for me, the most competitive groups are Group 1, which is Liam, Durante, Max Barlov, Skari, Jesper and Undersharen, Kietil, Brian Jones, Hugo
Sergio
Ricciardi
Barrera
from France, right?
Mexico.
That's just a brutal pod.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also Ratnu. We've got pod 6, which is Wesley St. Hines, Nemo the Fish, Derek Apshe, John Lennon, Jeff Jew, Donovan Salo, and then you've also got like a few other people, but that's the big ones.
You got Fritz Peters in that group too.
Yeah, Fritz Peters as well. Yeah, like Josh P as well, who's like 5th in is like Josh P is like top 10 ITC right now, I'm pretty sure. As well.
Like that,
his
yeah.
elo is kind of terrible, which is hilarious because I think Josh P just slides under the radar for naming conventions.
Pod 10 is the one I want to throw out there, which has
Pod 10. So we've got Andy Koskoen, Zach Point, Arthur Gutler, Russell Tassin, Alex Jessen as well. Yeah, it's a solid pod.
You got Jose, Fraser Perry, Lucas from France.
It has the second most people ranked 1700 plus, basically, of all the groups.
fair.
It's a lot.
And then I think pool 14 is the other one that kind of stands out, right? With Sam Pope, Kit Hanna, Borgia, Richard Siegler, Matt
Siegler.
Laura.
Yeah.
And then maybe last in the top 5 is 16. I don't know if we talked about that one or not. Yeah.
Brian Daugherty,
is-
Drew Salzborn, TJ Lanigan, Tyler Principio, Steve Trimble, and then Alvaro Perez,
Charles
And
Gold,
then-
Mate Chachar.
Adam Green, Mate.
Yeah, like obviously there's some really, really competitive pools here, right? Like I think every single pool is going to have someone that you can make this argument for, right? For me, I think
sure.
pool one is the standout.
Yeah.
It certainly to me just looks like the most. Like I think if you did the whole like take the top 10 players from each pod on average, and like you're just looking at those, one looks the most competitive to me.
I will say
think
that Pod 2 is
14
very funny because Nick Nanavati's in that one and he just doesn't have the elo to kind of boost it.
I mean, maybe Nick should play more singles then.
Exactly. And like, yeah,
Stand.
like the thing with it is like, you can go through and you'll be like, okay, well, pod 2 has Matt McCurdy, Ranshin Lee, Dag Samuelson, Nick Nanavati, Sveinung, Jan Tran, right? Like, it's a really, really competitive group of people. You can do this. You can just name any 5 people from any pod, and you're like,
honestly, it's the
degree,
way
it's
that every single one of these pods is. It's just the nature of the event.
yeah. What was the mine and Folger were like the least competitive, quote unquote, right? Because they have the most like polarized. But even then, right? Like,
Even then,
Folger's
it's just
pod is
like
Folger,
it's
John
not
Winter
like there's
Russell, Junior
pushovers.
Fleehey, Jacob Leitner. Yeah, they have Raven, right, from team from Spain as well, right? Gonzalo.
In which group? Fortress?
Group Pool 8, right?
Yeah,
Gonzalo's
Raven's in
Raven,
there.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
and
just go by
that's a-
Raven in the stats because that's what I was asked to put them as.
Yeah. So I think for all of these groups, there is someone that just like is crazy. Ben, why do I need to do it with less than 1635 total points? What on earth does that mean? Ben has asked if I can win the ITC. Ben has sent a super chat for $5. If you win the ITC, can you do it with less than 1635 total points so that I can win a bet with her? Is that how many Josh had when he stopped tracking his rankings? I hope that's what it is. I
Under
truly
bet,
hope
but I want to know where that 1630. That's a very specific number.
you took an
It is a very
over under.
specific
I was really hoping it was going to be that was what Josh was at before he got zeroed out, because that would have been a very funny. Did I actually win, or is Josh just hiding in first place still? So I'd have to get less than 23 points, which would mean I'd have to get. Well, what's my sixth event? I'm going to do some quick math. My sixth event is a 255. Jesus Christ!
I was in my Sims. I was doing something really silly. I was looking at like average ELO by country in attendance, and last year, the USA had like the third highest average ELO, making up like 38% of the event. They're like 39% this year. So despite the world going to shit down there, people are still traveling to the event. So cool. The USA is still third this year in average ELO again. Beat this year by Germany and Spain.
And Scotland.
I'm not counting the one-player countries. Because in that case, they're beat by Scotland, Portugal, Nigeria, and Ireland.
As they should be. What's the highest average ELO country at the tournament, Jeremy?
Scotland. Because
There
they
you
have
go.
by default, because they have one player.
Does it count?
It does, yes, but it's still very funny.
Nigeria would be higher as well, right, Kenneth?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Nigeria,
Nigeria,
yeah, Nigeria.
Scotland, Portugal, Nigeria, and Ireland.
Yeah. By the way, props to Kenneth for being like a 1700 ELO from Nigeria. That's an incredible achievement.
Hey. My favorite though is looking at like the ratio of their representation to their chance to win the event, and Scotland blows the USA out of the water because it's just you.
As it should be.
True.
And England
Yeah.
is still better than the United States in that metric, where they have a
As
better
it should be.
chance versus representation.
Yeah, I do like that you added that metric off to the side.
Yeah, Folger's sixth event is worth like 40 something points less than mine is, but he's like 50 something points behind me. So I need to do a little. I can afford to do a little worse than Folger. So if like Folger comes third and I come fifth, it should be okay. If Folger wins and I come like less than second, probably not. So it's gonna be tough.
Is Italy last? No, Italy is right after Venezuela, but before Mexico. They are, I want to say, like somewhere around 28th.
So I have curiosity for the percentage chance. Does that incorporate the like you can't play someone from your country until
Yes.
later stuff?
My code hates it, but yes,
How
because
does it
the
wo- how does it
more
actually
Americans that get added in here, like relative to the whole pool, the more fucked that top end ends up looking because you can't go, well,
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting part about like why I don't think Pool 6 is a group of death to the same degree, right? Because if you look at it with Wesley, Derek, Lennon, Jeff, Donovan, 5 of the top 6 are US players, which means there's just a much lower chance they play each other until the later rounds. Whereas in some of the
Yeah,
other groups, there's just like you're knife
me
fighting
out.
from round 1.
I think they should just get rid of that that restriction, but just for the Americans.
I broadly agree.
Fair.
But,
Yeah. I mean,
Like, I understand. Like,
Yeah.
or
for
split
Canada,
it by
even
like
Canada,
split it
I'm
up
kind of
by
like,
state
you know
for the
what, let it
Americans.
happen. But for like, obviously for France, England, Germany, you don't. If there's 2 of you in the pod, you shouldn't have to play each other unless it's the finals of the pod. But when there are 26 players in a pod and 12 of them are American, you go,
What are we really getting out of this besides making the Americans run a little?
yeah.
I
'Cause
think
it
the
ends
thing
up
that you
being
can
where
argue with
like
it, right?
last year, I can't remember the exact number, but I predicted it was something like 11 out of 16 were going to be won by Americans, and it was something close to that at the end. This year, it's 14 out of 16 are expected to be won by Americans because of that restriction.
We also have the fact that like the Americans just on average have higher elo, right? Because there's just more events in America. Americans and UK players just have higher exposure to elo because they have more super majors. More events.
Yeah, I mean the English average is lower than. Oh, no, it's
Sure,
higher.
but just like in general, like European players have more opportunity to, or than European and Asian players have more opportunity to play these scale of events, right? Because elo is Elo is self-perpetuating, right? You have to play against high Elo players to get high Elo. So if there's only 1 or 2 people in a country that are getting high Elo and traveling out, it's much harder for them to get, like, the Elo doesn't spread through the country as quickly, right? And obviously within the English space, right? Sure, not everyone that's a high Elo is attending, but for the Americans, it tends to be a little higher, right? Just it's easier because they play each other. The Americans not playing each other does do that kind of thing of, as Jonathan says, it makes it easier for everyone else, right? So I think it's probably fine because you kind of have that thing where, yes, in pool 6, it's kind of crazy because all of the top players are American by Elo, obviously. Again, top players is representative. But if you have a look at some of the other ones where it's like the go for like pod 3, right, where it's much more diverse, there's a pretty real chance that the like the top American players have to play more games against the other top players because they can't play against the weaker American players, right? So it
Also,
really
shout out to Jack
balance
Murphy.
out
I did not realize that their Elo had gotten that high.
Yeah, Jack's doing great.
Like, just
don't get rushed by Votan this year, buddy.
Wait, did we add the live chat?
Someone put that in.
We should not.
Oh, I did. I hit the button.
Don't hit that button.
Wait, when did that happen? Then I apparently hit it. That's who did it.
We should not do that.
No, we should not. It's true.
We don't have moderators.
Chat is fairly reasonable, but also no.
But chat is fairly reasonable because we don't put it on the screen.
This is true. Not going to take those risks. I know.
The
Yeah,
USA
it's going to be interesting.
Is not a fair statement. We know the USA is great. We love the USA. We're also aware that it's much easier to get a ticket in the USA than it is outside of the USA, which is representative of the fact that in general, the more USA players you play against, the happier you will probably be compared to the European and other players who were willing to travel to WC.
I'm going to throw my country under the bus. It's easier to get a ticket in Canada than it is in the United States.
Okay, you guys are the same country to me. I'm going to be honest. Canada and America.
Not even remotely slightly true. Oh, I'm also very amused at the idea of shoving Canadians into the United States, but it's not true.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I'd be really curious to look at the multi-attendee list for large events and to see how many people there are in each country, just kind of based off of it. It'd be kind of interesting to look at.
Oh, you mean as like looking at what the population in terms of like player is for those countries?
Yeah, for going to all those events. I think it would actually be interesting because traveling in the United States is quite expensive to go to a lot of major events.
It is, but there's a lot of major events near you generally. Hey, it's a silly goose.
It's Bjorn.
Sometimes.
This is Bjorn.
I'd be interested to look at it though, because it's kind of a curious statistic to me that I'd be interested to look at.
All right. I have the next thing that we're going to do, and this will be going up live for everybody later today, or like now, actually. I'll probably just post a link in the chat. Let's do our prediction for each pod.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Let's do it.
All right.
We should just do the Elo-based one.
We're going to do the stat check host predictions for each pod at WTZ. So I'm going to post a link to this in the chat. You'll be able to take part in afterwards. We'll have a chat about some of the stats and stuff like that afterwards. But basically, we're going to do a prize for whoever gets the most of these right. There are, I think, 20 questions, so you'll have 20 points. If you get all of them right, obviously you'll win. If there's multiple of you, I'll figure something out. I'll maybe grab like one of the event exclusive miniatures at the event or something like that to give away. So we'll do something like that. So if you want to take part in this, just click the link. It'll be in the description, and it'll be I'll post it in the chat now or after this, and I'll also post it in the StatCheck Discord. Feel free to share it as wide as you like, but you gotta have a shot. So let's fill this out as StatCheck hosts, and we don't need to do that. All right, let's just do this in order. Jeremy, who's winning pod 1?
Brisbane.
Oh my gosh. No. I'm doing it.
Okay. Fair enough. Nathan, who's winning pod 2?
Who has the most Elo in pod 2?
You can look that up in your own time. I'm not doing it for you.
Serrano.
I sent you a shirt I sent you a sheet that does it for you.
I know.
We're picking Serrano?
You didn't send us the updated one, but Serrano.
No, I did.
Serrano. Did you?
Maybe I didn't.
Am I going mad? I don't see Serrano in pod 2.
Serrano's Justin Serrano.
Oh, Justin Serrano. Okay.
You're thinking of Mancuso Serrano?
Okay.
Every time I see Serrano too. Yeah, Matthew McCurdy is actually the number 1 Elo in that
pod
group.
3. I gotta go for my boy, right? Let's pick a wee bit of Bjorn.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Pod 4.
Ooh, I guess I'm on a guess now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Nick Jagello.
Nick Jagello. All right. So we're passing up on Ben. Ben, I want you to know this is a deliberate and targeted slight, and we want you to feel bad specifically.
Ben picked 15 Americans and €1 in his draw.
I know.
I am not going to pick a single American.
All right, Nathan, pod 5.
Alex McDougall.
Hell yeah.
All right, for pod 6, I've got to go. I mean, I feel like the easy choice is just going for John, right? So let's do Wesley
You should.
Simmons.
Wow,
All
that
right.
feels like a targeted slight when you do it that way. Feels very targeted.
Look, I think that what's going to happen is that Wesley will win the pod and John will come second because that's what John does, just like
Oh.
me. But then they'll play the shadow
Oh.
round and John will get out, right? That's how it works.
Okay.
But I'm
Fuck.
I'm rooting for John all the way, but I do think that Nemo's list is an abomination. So
It is, but that's life. Jack Harvester for pod 7.
Jack Carpenter for pod 7. Okay, I would ask why, but I don't feel the need. Pod
John
8.
John Winter Russell.
John Winter Russell? You sure? Oh,
Yep.
it looks like I didn't set this one to. Did I set all of these to Elo random except this one?
They're all shuffled because
Except
I'm looking at it on my own screen and they're different.
this one is Jack's. Or did Jack just did Folger and John just end up at the top anyway? It's very funny.
Yeah, because Jack is like 5th or 6th in
Yeah,
his group.
Okay, pod 9 for me. Let's go for Hayden Waldock. Absolutely. Let's go Ducky. Team Australia represent. Ducky's a WTC winner. Got to put some respect on the name, right? All right, pod 10, Jeremy.
Let's go with Fraser Perry
Fraser Parry. Why Fraser Parry? I don't recognize
because
the name.
he's in the Canadian and he is a kick-ass world leader player who's going to shock some people.
So Alex Jessen is.
Realistically, it's probably Andy who I think can take that one.
I think for me, it's this spot's between Andy and Alex Jessen, but Arthur Gertler is also a very good player, so I don't want to discount anybody. And at Zach Point as well, right? Like, there's plenty of really good players in this group. But
Yeah, you can
I would say Jessen. We'll do it. No, we can all do our own individual ones. This is the Stat Check Ghost one. It's fine.
Yep.
Pod 11, Nathan, all you.
Ben Jones.
Ooh.
Ben Jones for pod 11. Fair enough. And we've got Evan Tomchin. We've got Mark Cartellin here. We've got Jeff Culloden. We've got Richard Grant. Really solid.
I've just
pod
decided
there.
to do this by whatever I choose now.
Yeah,
Not
that's
gonna do
fine.
it by Elo
All right,
anymore.
for pod 12, let's go for. I'm gonna go for Johan from Yokai. All right, Jeremy.
I mean, it's you.
I swear to Christ.
I was very tempted. I was very tempted to say Eero just because it would be funny.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, Nathan, pod 14.
So you said Tim's not going? Should I
Tim is, to my understanding, not attending WCW.
I'm gonna pick Pope, Sam Pope.
Sam Pope, let's go. I hope he's got wonderful earrings for WCW.
Yeah,
All
I'd
right.
be disappointed if he didn't.
Pod 15 is my pick.
Pick Jeremy. You should do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, you got to go with Gustavo just for
Fine.
the name.
I mean, that's fair.
I got like.
I went
how
through
could I
the
not
work
pick?
of fixing his name at
How
the
could
last,
I not
3
pick the
events.
Muad'Dib? Now,
Exactly.
I wanted I think there's a bunch of really good choices here. You've got Ben Sherwin, you've got Dan Morris, you've got
You got
Jeremy
Yoko.
Atkinson, you've got Yoko, you've got Michael Mann. But Gustavo's a beast, and Gustavo's playing Triple Ballroom Bodyguard. And how could I not root for that?
I don't want to play that.
All right, Jeremy, you have the last pick for pod 16.
I'm just gonna go for it. And I'm gonna say Adam Green. I want to say TJ Lanigan, but I have to pick my Canadians.
Okay, I feel like Jeremy's just picking Canadians here, and I don't think
He
this is
is,
a great.
despite saying that the Canadians aren't going to do well. Jeremy picks
Only
all
one Canadian made it out
Canadians.
last year, right? Of pods.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Jeremy's going for the shotgun approach. All right. Who are our two
picking up
finalists?
Canadians.
Nathan, you have the
Innes.
first choice.
Innes.
Oh, you're cute. All right. Second finalist.
Ennis.
Also Innes. Let's do it twice.
It's called hedging
John
your
Lennon.
bets.
John Lennon, because Lennon always finishes second.
Oh, poor John.
We didn't pick him to get out. We didn't pick him to get out of groups, but we're gonna pick him to be in the final.
He's going to get out in the shadow. It's fine.
All right. Who wins the world's bracket? This is the best of the rest. This is the people who did not make Top Cut.
John
So
Winter.
of everyone we didn't select.
Oh.
McDougal.
Everyone we didn't pick. We picked McDougal.
But we did pick McDougal.
But I didn't pick McDougal.
But we
I picked McDougal. TJ Lanigan. Let's do TJ. I think that's a good one. Because we didn't pick TJ.
TJ? Sure. And then who is winning the event?
Innis.
No, you can't do that. No, it's too many. You can't pick me 3 times.
That's 3 Innises.
I want to
that's
pick
too many
Innis
Innis.
again. I want to pick all of the Innises right across it just to do it.
I will gladly take it. Why not? Let's not worry about it. Just absolutely just like being so nice to me because we're on stream. These guys bully me off stream all the time. I want Jack to know that.
We are kind and
Everybody
we are
is so mean to me off stream. All right.
I
that is
purposefully ignored Siegler, KR Quinn. I purposefully did it. I'm just putting that out there.
Well,
Purposely.
that is fair enough. All right. Let me put a link to this in the chat and I'll put it up on screen as well. If you want to take part, please feel free to throw your name down. Anyone will be allowed to have a go. There is no restrictions. So give it your best shot. Have a go. We'll maybe put some graphs up and stuff like that in the StatCheck Discord if you want to see who's getting picked. There you go. Just remember that one year no one drafted Sweden and they finished 4th for Worlds. So, be real careful. All right, there is the link. It's in the chat. I'll leave that up while we're doing our sort of like wrap up discussion, which is me getting over this cough and then doing the plugs.
I can do the plugs while Innis dies in the corner. So if you're watching an hour into the show, what you should do is take a look below at the comments to look for all of our sponsors, which includes Red Dragon, who gets a cool little video spot at the front because they are our main sponsor. So you should go to their website at red-dragon.ca. You get a discount code among other benefits when you join the Patreon. We also have a number of other sponsors who are down below. You should also check out our coaching at stat-check.com/coaching. Pick a coach and see what you want to do in post WWCW Warhammer 40K. There's a lot going on and a lot of coaches who can teach you how to do good things. If you're in teams, there are also coaches who focus on teams play. We have killed Innis. He has died. It's because we picked him too many times.
Like Space Wolves is the thing.
I mean, it's played out in that Space Wolves are currently the worst performing faction by win rate in the game. So it's okay.
Okay, I vaguely heard Nathan doing the plugs, so I'm just gonna.
I did the plugs in a scuffed way, but they are done.
That's fine. You guys want our artwork down under episode? You should go and listen to it. It just came out today.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It did just drop today. If you're one of his patrons, you can watch the second parter, which has bonus content, which I think is very funny.
There's a podcast I was listening to that does like they record their pre-show chatter and just upload it for Patreons. They do like a 30-minute pre-show of just like bantering about stuff. I'm like, I think we would all like die, but
It could be
kind
fun.
of interesting.
We would die.
It would require us to actually show up more than a minute before we.
That would be the biggest hurdle, right? So
maybe we just record the post-show chat.
Yeah, we did all feel pretty bad that immediately Innis almost died on stream after locking.
So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm asthmatic, so it's a recurring problem, but it's all good. It is under control most of the time. All right, let's do some show questions.
All right. The ways to get your show question answered are either to put a really cool one in chat, which is less likely, to do a super chat, which we will 100% get to, or to join our Patreon on patreon.com/statcheck, and then ask one in the questions thread. And I'm glad that we don't have a ton this week because it means that we can leave on our 90-minute mark, which is what we wanted to do. Yates asks, with the last few data slates on the horizon and 11th just around the corner, what are some changes you would like to see? Also, 15 DWK Thunderhawk.
What changes would we like to see? I would like to see more changes to reduce turn 1 lethality options for both players. I feel like the game, it's too easy to kill shit turn 1 right now, and there needs to be more ways to make that hard to do.
Like, are we talking slowing things down, putting in things like night fighting?
I think there just needs to just be like a broad strokes, like general move, like ramp towards lethality being something that like ramps through the game but doesn't start high. Maybe like putting more things behind CP gates, maybe putting more strats at like 2 and 3 CP, but not having you start with 2 or 3 CP so that it takes some time to build up towards like doing your big damage combos. Rather than just being like, yeah, and then I chucked 1 CP down, it was a free strat, so it didn't matter, right? Like putting in more things to just like mitigate the turn 1 advantage, diminishing the amount of scout and infiltrate in the game and things like that as well.
Yeah, my suggestion was to make scout and infiltrate mutually exclusive so that if you infiltrate, you cannot scout.
That'd be so nice.
And if you scout, you cannot infiltrate. Like, just make them mutually exclusive. You can't do both. You can do one or the other. So you can still
just
have
like-
them both on a data sheet, and like they
don't
can
have
still do
things
those
with
things.
Scout that can advance and charge, or
Yep.
advance and shoot. Just like shit like that. Bringing back old board size is never going to happen, so I don't think it's worth.
And also, bringing back up board size doesn't actually change things as much because like the objectives and everything are where they were before.
Exactly.
We lost like being able to be further back, but being further back just fucks you most of the time.
A general ramp down in range would be nice, but I think there's a lot of stuff that's like gated to tanks need to have long range. But like here, I would also like to see more mechanics brought back for dealing with things without killing them, which is to say, better like more punishing tag and hold and wrap mechanics would be nice to see. Like I don't think we go back all the way back to like 8th edition style where when you're tapped you turn off, right? I think that was too far. But I think like
we bring
falling
back the penetration chart.
I just think things
No.
like falling back having
Please,
no
no.
real punishment like should go away, right? Like I think you should have to always desperate escape when you fall back, kind of thing, rather than it just being and like maybe you tie desperate escape to being mortal wounds instead of damage, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's like 1s and 2s, you take a mortal wound when you fall back. If you desperate escape, it's 1s, 2s, and 3s. So if you have to battle shock, or I would like to see battle shock moving to being if you're battle shocked at the start of your turn, you have to test to unbattle shock. You don't auto unbattle shock.
I like that.
I like that.
I think that'd be really good because it's just like you don't like the amount of times you're just like, yeah, my transport died, I got out, I hold the objective anyway, right? Like if you had to at least test on battle shock, there's a failure state for that, and you can't auto pass battle shock while battle shocked at that point because you don't unbattle shock and then test to re-battle shock. So if you were battle shocked, tough shit, you're gonna stay battle shocked till you pass the test. I think that would be good. And then moving vehicle degradation away from being hit reduction to being weapon skill skill again would be really nice to see.
Yes, I would also like to see like a movement penalty for bracketing.
Yeah, that would be really nice too.
Like just basically make bracketing matter. And the main thing for me, clean up the fight phase because there's still some stuff that needs to be cleaned up. But more than that, let's just do away with true line of sight.
Yeah, go back.
Figure out a way of standardizing it so that people can model their models how they want to without worrying about, well, my sword is pointing over here. Oh, sorry, let me spin it around so you don't see it.
Just make it all base to base and be done with it. Just make it all base to base.
Put all your vehicles on bases. Just give rhinos on a base.
I don't disagree with that necessarily.
Yeah.
They've already said you can do bases for like they have an entire base chart now, so
you could just do it.
I
would love to see them do something with terrain so that we don't only play on ruins. That would be kind of neat. That would be
I don't
fun
like
again.
base
I would like
silhouette
this.
a ton because it requires you to have like silhouette templates and stuff like that, like Legion does. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't love it. It's not super intuitive.
Yeah, I think it's just base to base. Consider them like infinitely tall or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, some more diversity in terrain types would be nice. I think they exist. They just
Bring back
aren't
woods and
meaningful.
containers that matter. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bring back woods. I liked dense terrain back in the
It
day.
would be nice
That's
if things
cool.
in the I still feel like the metric that I would like for AK to be is that if I have 5 Terminators in the open and you fire like half an army at them, that I should still have a Terminator left or a Terminator or two. And like that kind of works on Deathwing Knights, but like I really feel like you should get like the game should be a 5-turn game where your stuff you can expect to have like half an army left at the end of turn 5 for both players, and you're both playing with more tools, more decisions, right? Rather than just explosive output. And I think the points to kill ratio in 40k is completely fucked. Like no unit should have a 1-to-1 or better kill ratio. And things like Fire Dragons have like a 6-to-1 kill ratio when they're shooting the right targets. And I get that like shooting the right targets is part of that, but even still, like I know it's super frustrating when like a unit like Wraith is sitting in front of you and just damage attacks your entire army, and it feels really annoying. But that's because the Wraith unit is the only thing that does that, right? If that was the expected value and it wasn't regenerating, right? I think that's another thing is that regenerating models kind of fucking die.
Sure. All right. Next question is from Henry the Wizard, which is, without hundreds of reps, how can you best determine good/bad terrain layouts and missions for you and your army through strategic game theory instead of simply the ones I lose on more often must be bad for me and certainly not a skill issue at all? ?
Test deploying on them on TTS or in real life. Think about how your army interacts with, like, what does the staging positions look like for you, right? Measure the distances between ruins. How can you jump from one to the other? Can you get at the board? Vice versa, if you're a shooting army, where can your opponent stage through? Like, a lot of the time you look at a board and you're like, this looks super open, and then you think about just, oh, I can't walk from here to there to there to there, right? Like, if you can't interact with your opponent in their staging positions, you don't have a good turn 1 plan, right? Like, a lot of the time when you're going first, your job is to turn the turn 1 staging position advantage into diminishing your opponent so that you can rack up points quickly. You're looking for boards where either you can turn that into more advantage or diminish your opponent's ability to do that to you. So you want to look for boards where if you go second, you can still stage even though your opponent's denying it. And if you go first, you can stage really aggressively and deny your opponent their staging in whichever way your army likes to do that, right? There's different ways that your army can interact with that, but it's where is your opponent going to want to move on turn 2? Can you make that suck for them if you go first? And where do you want to move on turn 1? Can you make that really tough for them if you go first, right? Like that's kind of the dichotomy you're looking for when you're looking at boards is how do you deny your opponent? And then there's the other things of like, hey, is this a board where you can just like shoot your opponent to death on turn 1? You might find that too, right? If your opponent's got an army that's like really hard to hide or something like that.
Next question is from Lucas, which is for everyone not attending WCW, if you had to register a list with seeing the field, what would you take and why? Which is just me. I'm the only one. I would take Eldar because that's what I'm most familiar with, and that is the only reason why I would take it. You should take the army you're most familiar with, or at least
fuck.
Elo and skill and stuff like that.
And
unless you're in
the field, would you change what you're bringing?
No, not at all.
There you go.
Same.
There you go. All right.
Like part of making that decision ahead of time is you should have a pretty good read on where the meta is going to be at.
I also just like refuse to allow my opinion on my list to change between submission and the end of the event.
That's fair.
Like I just once you make list, it locks in. That's it. That's the best list in the game until I'm knocked out of Worlds, as far as I'm concerned.
All right. The next questions are from Scott M, which is when or how often does Elo get updated? And then a follow-up question, which is when Elo updates, does that override decay, basically?
Yeah, so Elo gets updated when I have the time to do it. So it's not manual or anything. It's just a matter of I have some checks that I need to do to make sure that it runs smoothly. We should have an update today, maybe tomorrow morning before I go off to Atlanta. But the way that the scripts and everything are written, the weekly timer gets reset when you actually play, not when I run it. So if you
will not lose Elo that you got.
Well, and also you won't decay just because I was a week late in running the script.
Yep. I mean, that's just a sensible way to load data, is that it's based off your data and not like when your data was collected and not based off.
Every single match has a day tag on it, and then every single player has a tag for when their last played match was. So when it goes through and starts pulling the new matches in, it goes, okay, well, this is the gap. Okay, reset. Or if I'm running through and I do a week update and then it looks for everyone who's hit that threshold and decays them all simultaneously.
Also, wait, I just realized I should just take Imperial Agents so I win a prize. That's what
fucking genius. That's the only prize USA again.
I mean, that does get you a guaranteed best in faction.
There you go. See, that's it. All right. The Bodazifa has the next question, which is what country do you think the winner of WCW will be? USA dominance by numbers, or will someone else snag a cheeky win? I think Scotland's going to win.
Nationally, who won last year? Was it USA? Or was it England?
I have no idea who won WCW last year. I don't even know who won.
Yeah, there's a nation score, isn't there? Damn.
I don't even know who won it the year I was actually there. So was it France? I feel like it was France, but
okay. So apparently the US has won overall both years.
Okay. Well, that seems like it's a bad.
Sweden was second overall. England was third overall, and Italy tied for third overall.
I feel like the USA will win again based on that trend.
And that's because USA took first in AOS and 40K.
Fair enough.
England took first in Kill Team. Italy took first in Underworlds. And then Canada was second in 40K and third in Underworlds.
There you go. All right. Next question up is from Isaac Spooky Clark, which is what do you think deals with the Kroot hunting pack / Rampager spam and Ox Cadre? Lately, it feels like Tau have 1 million units.
I can say right now, Breachers do a really good job of it. You just got to be a little careful when you engage.
If I have to play against that, I'm going to hit them with Chaos Space Marine stuff until their bad armor save falls over.
Yeah, I was going to say Mass AP2 sounds like a really good thing to hit them with. Because they only have a 5-up save. Yes, there are a shit ton of wounds, but
it's an invuln, but sure, whatever.
No, it's no invuln.
Oh, sorry, this is an Ox Cadre. All right. Yeah, it depends if it's an Ox Cadre or Kroot hunting pack, right?
Yeah. If it's an Ox, they just have a 5-up save. That's it. the only frustrating part about dealing with them in Ox is that they are loan up 18 when they're wholly within 6 of.
Kill the Tau units then. They're Tau
That's basically
units.
it. Usually the Tau unit hides behind a wall, but like it's
Yeah, well,
rampagers.
power talk.
They're not scary shooting.
Hit them with War Talons.
Yeah,
Next question.
Comes are AP2 and twin linked, right?
Next question is from Simon, which is, which list is the list that everyone will pretend they always rated after it overperforms at Worlds?
Oh, Scintillating Legion, obviously.
Yeah.
That army
Let's go for it.
so much fun.
There you go. Is it really the list that we'll all pretend to have rated highly if we say it right now, though? Like, we just said it.
No, we've just killed our. We have to
Like killed our
it's the
chance
next-
at it. So like
it's
we
the one
can't
we're all
actually
thinking
answer.
about now, but we're not saying to keep it in the tank. That's the one that's gonna
There you go.
that I have always secretly thought was really good.
It's agents.
It is. It's going to
Agents
be
will
the,
lose
the
no games
agents
with
that aren't there.
It's true.
Yeah.
Agents will go undefeated.
Mm-hmm. All right. Sean has the next question, which is, now that we are getting closer on overall power level, how do you think GW will tackle matchup specific balance?
They won't.
Is that even really a concern outside of the top 0.01% of players?
I don't think you should tackle matchup specific balance too much because so much of it's just dependent on metagame and House of Cardsy stuff. Like if there's something that's like real imbalanced, you just have to kind of look at like, why is this army not have the tools to handle this if that thing is showing up a bunch, right? Like if you're just going to the metagame and you're like, hey, Imperial Knights have a 7% win rate against Eldar, and Eldar are 45% or like a huge percent of the field, especially at top player levels. If the Imperial Knights Codex does not have the ability to adapt to that, that's what you have to look at, which then means it's a trendy thing, right? You can't look at it on a week-to-week, point-to-point basis. You have to go, okay, Imperial Knights have tried adapting that and they've not fixed it. What tools are Imperial Knights missing to be able to adapt to a metagame? That's the question that you have to be asking. Not how can we buff Imperial Knights so that Fire Dragons don't kill them? You can't, right? That's not a thing. But should Imperial Knight players be incorporating playing more Sisters units with the Immolators from Imperial Age or something like that, right? That's the kind of space you have to start looking at instead.
Yeah. I think people get a little too interested in like the faction v faction balance as well a little bit, when really what you should be concerned about is archetypes.
Really, it's list v list imbalance, right? Is the thing.
Yeah, and you can't balance that way, and you need to balance around the bulk of people, anyways, regardless of the 0.0.
If a faction has a 70% matchup into all of the stuff in the top of the metagame, it's just going to have a high win rate, so it will get nerfed for that reason, and that will mostly fix the problem.
It's also okay for you to have the occasional bad matchup, faction v faction. Like that's just fine. Like that's okay. You can have bad matchups. There's enough factions in the game that is just going to probably happen.
Just deploy on the line,
the
bro.
most
Just go
part.
first, bro. It'll be fine, bro.
RoboShark has the next question, which is, Innis, what's in your White Scars list, and can you say it to me seductively?
You should play Ruben Zhao's list that he won a tournament with and made the finals of another with, because it's pretty good. And I don't have a ton of games on Spearpoint yet, so just go play Ruben stuff. He knows what he's doing. He's a really good player. I'm pretty sure he's playing a Lander and double Repex because he's a psychopath, but I don't think I like that very much. But he's winning with it, and I'm not, so you should go and do that.
Is he the Mark Rutel of White Scars?
And the final question is from Grenade Eater, which is, are having units with Deep Strike mandatory? How do you approach games with a list without them?
No. Strat reserves is right there.
You don't have to play anything from reserve. You can just kill your opponent from the front like an adult.
Yeah. I mean, like, my AdMech list has one unit that has Deep Strike, and it's the Skystalkers, and they usually start on the board.
Like, I was going to say I don't have any, but I have Warp Talons, and it's very
You have Warp Talons.
Yeah, it's a very, very key part of my list, actually. So let's not go there. But the version that Anthony sent me originally didn't have anything with Deep Strike, and it was just hitting you from the front.
Hit them so they don't stand up again. Works pretty well.
Exactly. If your opponent just hit them in the face with a baseball bat until they stop moving.
Gatling go bird.
Ben, you have a bunch of demons with Deep Strike. You just choose not to use it. I'm glad.
What Ben's saying is he will play without any Deep Strike at Worlds.
Oh, sure. Can I just get one thing that I just want to like really quickly? Holy shit! Oh my god, Mysterious Guardian is gone.
What,
right?
you didn't like the teleporting fucking Crusader?
No, I didn't like getting Omawa Shidiroed by a goddamn Atropos.
Honestly, the Crusader was the more terrifying one for me, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it was terrifying on anything. It wasn't fun when a Castellan showed up there either, right? So,
God, yeah.
all right. Is there anything else on the questions list, Nathan?
All of the questions. We'll just cycle over to the Cult of the High Five call outs for you.
That is probably a reasonable thing to do here.
All right. If you join the most expensive tier in our Patreon, which is the $15 a month Crisp High Five tier. You get called out and thanked at the end of every episode with a personalized thank you. Wow, there's a bunch of things. And among in-person benefits, including Crisp High Fives, kisses from our Polish hosts, and stuff like that. So, yeah, you'll figure it out. But anyways, we're going to get right to it. Thank you to Christopher. If Death Guard become CODIS compliant, can they get +1 to wound to Irvine? That needs to change, Chris. We need to change that. That's just what we need to do.
Chris, you can do better.
Thank you to Willow.
I watched your game today, but
thank you to Dan F. Thank you to Luke. Harridan's taking the Subway McCarthy. Still a classic, and I hope it ruins somebody's day at
did you see, apropos of nothing, sorry, did you see Mike Mazzini's list title?
No. Oh,
No,
yes. Yeah,
I
where
get
he
through-
says if he loses turn 1 to a Harridan coming out of Deep Strike, he will self-immolate in the parking lot. That one.
I assume he played
I
last
feel
year.
so bad for Mike because I was with him when that happened because it was him, Jack, and myself all lost
me,
round
right?
1, and we were all just like, "What the fuck just happened?" But
How
he
did-
was definitely
what- did
the.
he get- was
Yes,
it
I swear
Vanguard
to whatever
Onslaught, Harridan
deity, if
coming
my
out of
opponent
reserve?
deep strikes to Harridan turn 1 against me this year, I will self-immolate in the parking lot. Look,
Hell yeah,
Mike,
we
it's your
just
problem for
Harridan
playing
out
Thousand
of
Suns
reserve with the
again.
Vanguard Onslaught stratagem.
Yes.
Fuck you. Let's go, I mean. It's incredible.
Yeah, it
I
was
love
Amy from France who turn 1 Harridan him with on game 1 of the event and just went.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. The next thank you goes to David. Looking forward to claiming my crisp high five at WCW Clark. Thank you to Exhausted. Thank you to James H. Thank you to Colton, Dan F. Miller. Thank you to Fungus. Thank you to John V8 Gang. This bit has been canceled because the joke expired before the next show. Thank you to Cam F. Dan, Morton, Hog Emoji. Thank you to Lady Malice's Footstool. Thank you to Josiah Gattle. Thank you to Frankie Sneaky Beaky Fresh. Thank you to Isaac, tonight on Stat Check. Innis Klimty is not a member of the Eldar Union. Lies. Nathan made an original Eldar experience. It was bad. And Anthony became Innis's list daddy. He likes it.
This was like 3 weeks ago then. I
was gonna say, come on,
It's true. Thank you to DSD Sucks. Give me an hour of evening daylight back.
Please.
True, it does really. It is very dark out. Everybody who has sad is extra sad because of it. Thank you to Thomas. A warhound is just shy of 2 kittens tall. See official measurement tab for Quasian. Now I want to look.
That is incredible, Thomas.
Thank you to Steven. My
By the way,
-1 damage.
that picture is adorable, so thank you very much for it, Thomas.
Yeah, I want to go look at it. I'm going to go look at it.
It's the last tab in the sheet. Just go there right now.
Oh, that's adorable. Can we share this? Actually, I want to share this.
Yeah. Go for it.
Is
Let's
it the one with the
share it.
cat looking at the Warhound Titan?
Yes.
Yeah, right. All right, guys. This is how we get canceled, though.
This is Saga. Thomas for coin.
Here we go. Look how cute this is. You also can see all of the damn tabs at the bottom of the screen on this Google Drive sheet. All right. Thank you, everybody. This is adorable, and I'm glad that you all got to see it. All right. Back to where I was. Thank you to Steven. My -1 damage Silent King took 16 damage in Overwatch from a Rogue World Dorn on War Games Live this weekend. Ross, damn. That's
actually
fucked
average.
up.
That's actually average. You should have tried that.
Is
You should
it?
have tried harder.
Damn. Thank you to Embracing the 4++ Casino of Parenting. We've got a channel for that now, but also congratulations. Thank you to Sold the World Leaders, which means not only can I upgrade my printer, but I can once again say I have been marked safe from Space Marines.
Says the man with a Grey Knights army.
Thank you to Hart. Thank you to Nathan. Please read the first line in the fanfic tab. It's so good, and I promise safe for work. I did that last time. I'm not doing it again. Thank you to Come With Me on a Gucci Adventure, trademarked. Thank you to Marnie C. and his big meaty fists. Thank you to John Garza. Thank you to Henry. A group of penguins on land is called a waddle, the wizard. Wow, I don't really need to tab here. And get flash banged by Innis X Anthony. Nathan likes Big's tabs and cannot lie in official measurements. I'm
So
keeping
the first
official...
line of that fanfic tab is not safe. The third line is though.
Let's
I mean, I
not
read
do
it.
any of it.
It's-
Thank you. Actually, that'd be great.
Because the third line is just, I'm really glad you talked me into trying World Leaders, Anthony. It's been a lot of fun. In his side contentedly.
That's true. I like it is his face is so perfect in this moment. All right, and on that note, that's all the Cult of High Five stuff. Innis has turned also so bright red that it is very funny. All right. On that note, thank you to all of our Crisp High Five members. I enjoy reading these every week.
If you're at Worlds, come and say hi to Jeremy and I guess.
Oh my god, this is a great fanfic. I love this.
I hate all of you. None of you are free from sin.
I blame Ashley for this. There's no way it's not Ashley.
With bleach. Dear God, this is the worst day of my life, and it's only 20
The worst day of your life
and
so far.
Midnight.
so far.
Look, let's find out if I make it into the States, okay, before I say anything else about it being the worst day of my life.
The waits at the TSA lines in the States, by the way, are fucking awful. So if you're flying interiorly to the States to wherever you need to go, make sure you get there really early because the line.
Hey, yay for direct international flights.
Also, be prepared to stand in customs line for a really fucking long time.
Nope, pre-clearance.
If you're not Jeremy. All right. On that note, everybody have a wonderful weekend. And we will see you next week. Maybe, possibly.
Catch you all later. If you're World's very best of luck. If you're at another event, also very good luck. Catch you all next time.
Bye-bye.